As your Las Vegas new construction expert, I am constantly out with buyers, helping guide them through the process. And during this process, I see so many different areas where you could go really wrong if you don't have the right guidance. So today I am going to share with you all of the mistakes that you need to avoid if you are buying a new build in Las Vegas. Really quick before we get into it, I am Kristen with the Thomas Group. If you are thinking about buying new construction, I offer free consultations. Let's chat. You can find all of my information at thethomasgrouplv.com. The number one mistake that you might make when you're buying new construction is picking the wrong lot. There is so much to take into account. The first thing to consider is the direction that the home faces. Now in Las Vegas, the sun, especially in the middle of the summer, it rises more in the northeast and sets in the northwest. Now, what's important to you when you are enjoying your outdoor space? If you want to be outside in your pool in the afternoon, you don't want that backyard facing northwest. If you want a lot of natural light, maybe you want your backyard facing northwest. There's a lot of factors to take into account, your lifestyle and which direction that lot faces. Other lots that you might want to avoid are ones that back up to big intersections with lights or four-way stops. People tend to not like the traffic and the brake screeching that might be associated with these. You also want to strongly consider avoiding lots that back up to giant electrical lines. Now, you might not have a problem with these. You might feel totally safe and fine with them, but just know that you are turning off some potential buyers in the future if your home is close to these. I also see people paying a lot of money for a view lot when you might not maintain that view when the houses get built up around you. As an example here on this lot right now, you can see the strip below, and these have really high lot premiums. But as the houses below get built up, you're going to lose that strip view. So you just need to be very conscious about what's going in around the lot in the future. Another factor to consider when you're choosing your lot is to be wary of open fencing that backs up to a road. Now, Summerlin loves to do this, and what I see happen a lot of the time is the road isn't busy yet because Summerlin is still being built out, but you've got this open fencing, and once the road starts to get busier and busier, that's going to be a lot of traffic noise for you on this lot that you've probably paid a premium for. I would say in general, just be wary of your lot, whether it has open fencing or not, backing up to any area that is still under development, whether it's a road or potentially open land. Now, I have a website that I will put here on the screen that I like to use to see what undeveloped land is zoned for. So that gives you a good idea what might be going in around your lot. But do know that zoning can always be changed. So even if right now it's owned by the Bureau of Land Management or it's for very low density housing, you really never know what that could be turned into in the future. Many of the builders will tier their lots like you see behind me. So they have these really incredible elevated lots that have wonderful views, and they can charge a lot more for the lot premiums with these views. Now, on the flip side, you also have these lower lots like I'm standing on now. And don't get me wrong, these lots are a great way to get into a community for a lower price point that you might not otherwise be able to afford. However, I will say that when it comes time to resell, the lower lot with a neighbor looking down on you and a big retaining wall can make it harder to sell. Now, I'm not saying don't consider any of these lots. You know what's right for you and your family. Again, a lot of the lots that I'm saying avoid, you can get a discount on, so you can get into that neighborhood. But these are things that I see quite commonly that people are not taking into consideration when they're purchasing their lot. The second mistake that I see people making is not checking the plot plan. Now, the plot plan is a drawing that shows how each specific floor plan fits on each specific lot, and it shows you all of that lot space that you'll get. Now, you might be paying an extra lot premium for an oversized lot, but that extra square footage might be in the front, like you see on this home, or on the side, and it's not really usable and livable for your needs. It's also very important to look at that plot plan if you are considering adding a swimming pool. It will show you the distance between the back of your house or the back patio and that back block wall. You need about 18 feet, but ideally 20 feet in order to have a swimming pool and a decent sized backyard. Now, that plot plan will also tell you if there is going to be one of these electrical boxes in front of your house. Now, to me, this is not a make or break thing, but they can be a little bit of an eyesore, and it's definitely something that you don't want to be surprised with at your final walkthrough. The number 3 mistake that I see people making is not asking the right questions of the sales associate. So you need to make sure that you're finding out if there is a SID or a lid, because that's going to be an additional monthly fee on top of your HOA dues. You also need to know the build time. Is there a loan contingency? What does the deposit schedule look like? What's the timing for the design center appointment? What incentives are available? If you're getting a financing incentive, are they giving an ARM? Is it negotiable that we can get you a fixed rate instead? Can we write an offer? This leads me into mistake number 4, and that is that I see people not getting the best deal, especially when they go in without representation. I'm an agent that focuses on new construction here in Las Vegas. Like, I have relationships with all of the builders, all of the sales rep in town, and I know where we can get you the best deal. I'm in contact with them about fallouts, where the best deals are to be had. When we are writing those offers, I can check the tax records, and see the sales that have closed that are not on the MLS, so that we know that we are actually getting you that really great deal. But as I mentioned, a lot of times when people go into the sales office unrepresented, they don't know that they can write an offer or ask for extra goodies. Mistake number 5 is spending your money on the wrong upgrades. Now, the very first choices that you're going to have to make are the structural options on the home. And these are things like adding a new bedroom and bathroom, which, by the way, I always recommend, if you have the option for a flex space, adding that extra bedroom and bathroom instead. It adds value down the road. You also need to make choices like if you want to add the giant stacking sliders. Those are a really modern and elevated look. And also another example is the spine staircases. Now, even if you want these luxury items, you can still be smart in how you spend your money. As an example, Pulte charges $80,000 or more to have corner stackers that open up the whole corner, but maybe you can save $40,000 if you just have 2 large stackers and keep that middle pillar. Now, we also need to be careful as we head into the design center to make smart options for all of your finishes. I really recommend focusing on things that can't be changed after closing. So your cabinets, your stone and other hard surfaces. Now, speaking of hard surfaces, I do not recommend doing hardwood floors because they do not hold up well in our really dry climate that we have here. Now, I love going to the design center with my clients. You always have a professional interior designer that is there with you, but I can be that counterpoint that knows when it is time to resale what is valuable and what might be a waste of your money. Mistake number 6 is not getting independent home inspections. Now, the first inspection that you might want to get is a pre-drywall inspection. The city comes through and inspects the home multiple times before drywall is put up, but it's always a good idea to get that independent inspector in as well. I've had him find things like crimped ductwork, which means that your HVAC system wouldn't be working as effectively. We've seen broken trusses. It's also easier to make note of any studs that aren't going to be perfectly lined up. That would give you bowed drywall once that drywall goes up, and it's way easier to fix it at this stage. You'll find a lot of other small things that would be hidden once that drywall ends up going up. Now, the final inspection for me is a non-negotiable to get an independent inspector in before closing. This is done before your blue tape walk new home orientation. And on this thing, I mean, we can find everything from tons of minor cosmetic issues. It's nice to have that professional eye looking for all those minor cosmetic things. And we've also seen a lot of major things like, maybe an appliance that is not hooked up correctly and could actually be a hazard to you down the road. I've seen the HVAC vents that were completely drywalled off, so the air is like blowing to nowhere. That's going to affect how your house is cooling, and other important items. I have an excellent inspector that I recommend for these. His name is Mike Harrison with Salad Inspections. He is phenomenal, and I recommend him to all of my clients. Mistake number 7 is not being picky enough before closing. So you will have a blue tape walkthrough where you can go through and mark all of the minor cosmetic defects that you see and make sure that the builder is aware of everything that your home inspector found. Now, I know that some of you are super picky and won't have this problem, but I'm speaking from personal experience. When my husband and I first bought our very first home before we were licensed, we, at our orientation blue tape walk, we kind of just walked through. We didn't know that we should be pointing out all of these minor cosmetic defects. So I would say be picky, and also make sure that the builder fixes everything that is actually possible to fix before closing. Once you close and then you have the keys, it's very hard to get those trades back into your property. They'll give you like a 4-hour window that they can turn up, and it's super disruptful to your day. Now, there are some minor things, like let's say that you need to order a new appliance and maybe that's not going to be ready. Okay, fine, we'll sign an addendum stating that that will be finished after closing, but overall, get everything that you can fixed before you close. Now, I know that is a lot to process, and that is why I am here to help. I truly love guiding my clients from finding the right communities, picking the lot, the design center, and taking you all the way through to closing. Let's jump on a free consultation and discuss your needs and how I can help. You can find all of my contact information at thethomasgrouplv.com, and at this phone number, I'm extension 2 for Kristen. So with that, I truly look forward to hearing from you, and I will see you in the next video.